just wanted to hop on here and go over this envelope and do some decorating with you guys. I haven't done all my decorating on film because it's just a lot of film that I would have to film. But I wanted to get on here and kind of go over what I've done with this envelope flip here. And it's St. Patrick's Day tomorrow, so hopefully I can get this up today or tonight so you guys can see this video tomorrow. The holidays come and go so quickly. So I wanted to just give you like a view of what I've pulled out. So I'm going to pull this up a little bit. Hopefully I don't shake you guys too much. So you can see my whole desk for a minute, or at least most of my desk. These are all items that I have chosen to kind of try to decorate this with, that I've pulled out. The reason I've pulled things out ahead of time is to try to make it less where I have to constantly be grabbing this and grabbing that and figuring out what I need. But no matter how much you try to do that, you're always going to have that time when you're like, oh yeah, I need that also. So, but I wanted to show you guys, I grabbed some Tim Holtz people that I might want to put in here. I started this envelope last night. It's one of the coin envelopes that we made on the video together, out of a jelly print. I'm gonna add it to this. I've got some butterflies that have a lot of green in them, greens and blues and stuff that I thought might look good in there. I've got some labels. I've got some tickets that I thought would be a good addition. I've also got some stamps, some more labels, and I've got some pre-made collages that I made a while ago. I've got some distress ink, some distress oxide that I thought would be good for this project specifically. And, oh yeah, and I took out some pre-made ephemera that we did on video the other day that I thought could be possibly a good addition to this journal, to this envelope flip. Of course, I have my clovers that we made the other day. And these are some like collages that I did a while ago and have not decided what to do with them yet, that I thought could possibly go in here as well as an addition. But we're not going to be using all of this today. These are just things that I pulled out that I thought I could possibly use in this. We're going to obviously do some decorating together. I'm going to focus first on finishing this coin envelope, and I will go over that with you. These are not on there yet. I have to finish that process. But before we do all that, I want to show you what I've done so far with this envelope flip. This envelope flip. Okay, here we go. So I'll just move these aside for a minute so we can open this up. And I added this, obviously, this closure. I'll kind of talk you through how I did that. So when I did this little collage here, I put the ribbon behind this little thing here and I glued it down underneath. And then I also glued it to the back. So I haven't decided if I'm going to put this on a journal yet or not, so I have not covered this back yet. If I decide not to put it on a journal, as a journal cover, then I will cover this up. But for now, it's left open. When I did this, I went ahead and kept it as one piece and glued it over here, and then I cut it into two pieces, tied it, and then cut off what I did not need on there. So that's how I did that. I made this little collage for the front. I had some embossed cardstock that I used right here. There's a doily behind. I had this cute little wearing of the green card from my Daphne's Diary. It was in there with the Valentine's Daphne's Diary from last year. And I thought he was just really cute for the front of this. I added some of those clovers that we made together, and I just thought it turned out really cute. It added the green, and then there's green here, but then you have the contrasting red and gold behind it. So I just all together, I thought it looked really cute in the end. Tell me what you think about it. Okay, so we open it up, and we did this on film together, I believe. The belly band. You flip it open again. And then we have the tuck here, which, you know, one of these can go into if you wanted to put like a card in there. You can always put it in like that, you know, and add it to your journal. Actually, that looks really cute there, so we might use that for that. But anyways, and I have not decorated all the pages yet, as you can see. So we'll see. I've added some tags in here also that I want to decorate and have them designated for this envelope flip. So tie this up, and we will get started with some crafting. Does anybody have any fun plans for tomorrow for St. Patrick's Day? Tomorrow I will be working. I work at the hospital, but so I have to, my scrubs that I have to wear, my scrub uniform is green, so it works for St. Patrick's Day. And then I got these, they're hair ties, so I'm going to probably wear one of these in my hair just to spice it up a little for St. Patrick's Day. I know not everybody celebrates St. Patrick's Day, but I do have Irish in my blood. I'm not full Irish, but my husband is. My husband has I believe he's full Irish. His mom and his dad were Irish. So I did get some corned beef that I'm going to make on Sunday, because we're going to have a little, since I'm working, a little postponed dinner. And just celebrate that way, you know, have a fun dinner together. I decorated a little bit. I don't have a lot of family that lives here. My husband's sisters live here, but they kind of live a little bit ways away from us. So it will just be me and my husband. Okay, so I'm just putting this down because I'm going to take these girls here and I'm going to color them and emboss them. If you have watched my channel for a while at all, you're going to learn that I love to emboss things just because I love the extra texture and depth that it adds to your projects. I just think it's a fun way to add more and to just make it a little more than it was. I have this clear marker pen that I'm going to color her dress with first. And let's see, just got to make sure the ink's down there. I'm hoping I have enough ink in there to do the job, because I think this pen is starting to get old. I might need to buy a new one soon. Hopefully it will be enough for this project. We'll see. Okay, yeah, it looks like it's starting to come out, so that's good. So this, in case you're wondering, this is Nuvo clear marker pen. And it's basically the same kind of stuff as this, except for it's in pen form, so you can color wherever, you can do more intricate coloring where you want your embossing powder to be. So I'm going to go ahead and just color to the best of my ability her little dress here. My cat is trying to get in again. I have kind of barricaded my door so that she can't open it because she's learned how to open she's learned how to open the door. So I have to like put something up against the handle so that she cannot open it. She is a smart one. She's got a big personality and she's very stubborn. Okay. But she's a beautiful cat. So I'm just trying to be careful with my coloring here. Oh my goodness, she's being persistent. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but she's jumping on the handle of the door because she's wanting to push it down and open it up. Okay. I'm trying to kind of get around her buttons, but not on her buttons, because they're going to obviously be a little bit different color. And maybe I'll make her socks this color as well to match her dress.
What are you doing?
Now my husband's awake. She probably woke him up with the jumping on the door. Okay. So, where's my lid? Okay, there it is. Now that we did that, I'm going to take these girls and put them on here. And I'm using this Distress Embossing Glaze. It's salvaged patina. It's kind of a blue-green color. And I'm going to pour that on her generously. Okay. All right, that should do it. And then you just pick it up, tap it out. I didn't get quite the coverage I wanted. There's a little bit now that you see where the embossing powder stuck and where it didn't. So I will go back and do that after I emboss this. I will do some touch-ups. First, I'm going to put this back inside so it doesn't dump everywhere. I'm trying not to make a big mess. One thing about embossing powder, it can be messy if you're not careful. I'm going to plug in my embossing gun. Okay. And we will go ahead and emboss this real quick. I'm going to pick it up. Again, hold your embossing gun while it heats up toward hopefully nothing that can be flammable. And just let it heat up for a few seconds before you start embossing, before you start heating your embossing powder. So now I'm just going to heat it up. It doesn't take a whole lot to heat it up. That's about it. Okay. So now that I have that done, I can see where no embossing powder got on there. So I'm going to give it just a few seconds to cool off, and then I'm going to go back in with my... So I cut my voice off a little bit there. Sorry, I was just speeding this up so that you guys don't have to watch every little tiny detail in slow motion. But I am going ahead and using my Nuvo pen to fill in the gaps there where it's needed. And then I'm going to add some more embossing powder. putting that back in the jar. I'm using this dry brush to get the embossing powder off of areas that I do not need it. And I'm embossing again with the gun. I still see a few spots that need more embossing powder. Then we're going to take our paintbrush. You know, I think I tapped it maybe a little too hard. Maybe that's part of my problem. With trying to get some of these little spots. Maybe I want to get the excess off, but I don't want to tap off where I want it to be. So get it out of her hair, off of her neck. And I think that's good. All right, so we'll call that good for now. Put this back in the bottle where it belongs. All right. And then we are going to take her again and do some more eating. All right, so I think I'm going to call that good. I think she looks pretty good now. And we are going to work on this one, this little lady. And hopefully I don't ruin it. Now, what I'm trying to think of is, should I do her in the same color? It will look different because her dress is lighter. So it's going to, this embossing powder is glaze, so it's like more of an embossing glaze, so the colors that are underneath do show through a little, so her white dress will make it stand out. Or I was thinking of using a paint pen, making it a completely different color green, and using my clear embossing powder on top of that. But I think the safer option is just doing it in this color again, because I'm not sure how the paint pen will work on there. I've never done it, and I don't know that I want to start experimenting right this minute. So we're going to go the safe route, and we're going to use this again and just color her little dress in the best we can. Ooh, her whole face and hair got covered. I wasn't expecting that. I don't know why that did that, because I didn't put any marker on her face or her hair. But it wants to stick to her everywhere. So I would say we're probably not going to have to do her several times. I know there's a static thing you can buy to put on your projects before you cover them, because sometimes static will make this stuff stick everywhere like it's doing right now. And I want to try some of that stuff. I haven't bought it yet, but I think I'm going to soon for things like this, for projects like this. It's like you just rub the powder on before you start, and then I think you stamp afterwards from what I've seen. And then that way it doesn't stick where you don't want it. It only sticks where you've stamped or put your embossing glaze. It's so funny how nothing wanted to stick to her very well, and with her, it's like sticking all over. Especially since they're one piece. It's interesting. Maybe she has static on her from me heating up this one over here. That's my theory. That's what I'm going to say. Okay, so put that aside for a second. Put our embossing glaze back in the jar. In its little container. It's not really a jar because it's plastic, but in its container. Okay. Okay. Put the lid on. And then we will go ahead. There, I can already see on the very edge of her dress, I'm going to have to do that again. But other than that, I think we got a pretty good coverage this time. So there's her. I think she turned out pretty good. I just have to get those edges a little bit. Let her cool off a little bit first. And we'll get the edge. Yeah, I'm glad I did it in the same color, because also that makes them match each other, you know, too. Where the colors aren't so completely different that they're not matching. It's more cohesive that way. Okay, so let's add some more of this on here. Just on the edge of her dress here. The very edge here and here. There's a few little spots that I think need some more. All right. Well, maybe right there. Okay. All right. If you guys can see that, I think she turned out really cute. And we can go on to our next step now. Now, we're going to try to finish this little envelope. I'll show you what I did yesterday already. So yesterday I did this, And I'm going to put a string here so it can be like a loop. These are going to be the closure for the string. Then you open it up, and I did a little collage in here. So that's what I did yesterday. I don't know if I'm going to add anything else to this side. I might just keep it like that. I don't know if you guys can, how well you can see that. Here's a little bit of a close-up for you. Okay, so, and then I just kind of was deciding what to do with this, and I put this washi tape on here to just kind of give them, like, so it appears more like a floor behind them down here, if that makes sense, when they're standing there. And I'm going to go ahead and cut the edges of this off now. I did put some glue underneath this. I didn't glue down that edge very well though, just to make sure the washi tape doesn't come up later on. Put a little bit more on that edge. Okay. Now I was thinking to make the floor stand out a little bit more, of taking one of my markers or pens or something. Maybe I'll use one of my distress crayons. Maybe I'll use one of these. I'll try the gold. Just adds a little bit of this to the floor just to give it some contrast, like this. So it's a little bit more contrast from the rest of the scene. So it looks more like a floor, if that makes sense. And I'm going to go ahead and just spread that out with my finger. These distress crayons, I believe you can add water to them too, but they are very soft, so you can spread it out with just your finger. Okay, so now if you can see that, it looks more like separate from the rest of the scene, and that's like they're stepping on a floor there, you know. Okay. I want to, there's still some white edges. I want to use my Distress Oxide and go around the edge of that. I'll use my green since they're wearing green. So this is Rustic Wilderness, in case you're wondering. And I'm just gonna barely go around these edges here, just so that it's not showing a white edge on the dress. See? That just made it so that that white's not standing out so much. Her hair, I don't mind having a green aura around them, but I do mind having a big white thing sticking out because it doesn't look right. Okay. All right, that's better. Okay, so we did that. And then I had these that I thought would look cute behind them. And I think I'm going to add a little more green to this. I added a little bit yesterday, but I think I want even more of that green to show on there, since this is for St. Patrick's Day. And these are little collages that I just made ahead of time that I have in my stash for doing things like this. Okay, so just going to get the positioning here that I want. And I think that looks really cute right about there. Then I will add clover. Okay, first let's glue this down. I'm going to use some of my 3-in-1 glue. 3-in-1 glue is a lot like Fabri-Tac, except for I find so far that it doesn't harden up or get so stubborn as Fabri-Tac. This one seems to go onto your substrate a lot easier. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put that behind them where we want it. I think that looks cute right about there. And I'm going to glue this down a little bit. Okay, like so. Alright, I'm going to use my 3-in-1 again to glue these girls down. Like so. Aw, those look really cute. Those girls on there. Then we're going to put our clover on right up here. Looks cute without the clover too, but the clover just reminds you it's St. Patrick's Day. And they're green. Salvage patina. Go ahead and put that there. I may put a little words or something on there later on, but for now I'm going to call that good on that side. I think it looks really cute. I don't know, well maybe I'll put one more clover or two more. I feel like it's just needing something. Here's my clovers. Okay, maybe we'll add, ooh, like this one. It matches their dresses. And that one. Yeah, I think that looks cute. I think we're going to do that. We're just going to go for it. Might as well use these clovers that we took the time to make. Use our supplies. I tell myself that all the time now, because I buy things and then I think, oh, I don't know if I want to use that, or I think I should use up my scraps and not use that, and then I end up not using them. And I just want to start using my stuff that I have. All right, that's better. I like that better. I think that's really cute. All right, so that's that. And now what we need to do is we need to do the little closure here. I might ink up the edges of this envelope as well. We'll see. But first I'm going to find some string. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. I found this I wasn't planning on getting this out, but when I saw it, I thought, oh, look, it matches so good, these colors. So, and I thought it's kind of fun with that, you know, the fringe on it. So I'm going to use this, I think. Hopefully I can get that in there. Oh, yeah, it's going in pretty good. So I'm just going to tie it around that button. And this button is sewn on to the paper underneath it. So hopefully it's sewed good enough that nothing will pop off of here. Let's cross our fingers and hope so. Okay. Then it will just go around this button like this. So I want to figure out how much of this I need to keep on here. Hopefully it will go around this button. Did I glue the button down too tight? I might need to loosen it up a little bit in there. Loosen the edges up. Okay, maybe that'll do the trick. Hopefully. Yeah. Okay. So it will go like that, and then wrap around this one again, like that. And that will be the closure on there. Then I'm just going to tie a little knot on the end here. Maybe a couple times. I think 3 times be good. Okay. And I will go ahead and cut that like that. And I think that's really cute. I really like that. So, it almost looks like feathers. And there's a bird here, so you just open it up like this. And it goes open like that. And then you close it like so. Okay, I think that looks really cute. I hope you think so too. Now, what I'm thinking is I want to take my Rustic Wilderness and add some green around the edges of this whole envelope. Okay, so this is what we have, you guys. I think it turned out really cute. So there's those girls. Got the clovers that we made the other day. I just think that looks really cute. And then we have our envelope flip. And you can put whatever you want inside this envelope. You can put ephemera in here. You could put paper to journal on in here. Whatever you want. And then we have our little closure here. So just wind that around there, like so. And tuck it in. Uh-oh, I made it a little too tight. And there we go. Yay, we got something done today. These little projects, it's the reality that I feel like sometimes the videos make them look like they don't take any time at all, and they do. If you really want to make it special and you want to make it quality and something that you'll love or whoever's getting it will love for a long time, you know, you've got to put some time and effort into it. So anyhow, so this I'm going to put right here. It's going to be a little tuck here. Although it's so cute, I feel like we need to display it. We'll have her sticking out a little bit. Now that I have it like this, I feel like I want to display it more. So maybe instead of putting it behind there, I'll put it over here like this. And I will paper clip it. I need to make some hidden paper clips for this. That's a to-do project for this as well. But for now, we'll just use a green little green paper clip. And we will paper clip that on there, like so. And we've got our little coin envelope added to this now. So anyways, thanks for coming and joining me today. I hope you guys all have a great St. Patrick's Day if you celebrate. If you don't, I hope you have a good day anyways. And happy crafting to you guys. I will craft with you later. Bye-bye.